Well, Ziggy, let me first of all ask you, as director of the Young People's Theater in the New York City Center, how do you feel about working with our particular youngsters from New Future Foundation, which come from all areas in the city?
Oh, well, that's very easy. We love them. They're fabulous children, and the reason why we like them so much is because they don't have the identity problem that similar children coming from similar backgrounds have, which must be a credit to the kind of work that you're doing and how you're holding them together. They're so easy to work with, they're outgoing, they're free, they're creative, wild, and that's lovely. I just love having them. Every time I see where they belong, and consequently they'll be able to deal with life in this very difficult city, I think.
On April 13th, 1973, students affiliated with the New Future Foundation received at its award ceremony a proclamation honoring young people and proclaiming Youth Excellence Day by President Percy E. Sutton of the Borough of Manhattan. The ceremony was attended by guest speakers Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, Congressman Edward Koch, and the Honorable Abraham Beam, and held at the Great Hall of the New York Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The foundation has survived and grown through the moral support of these dedicated young people and concerned groups throughout New York: the Greater New York Fund, Pan American Airline Stewardesses, the New York City Urban Corps, Neighborhood Youth Corps, as well as the Judson Memorial Church, New York City Board of Education, Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, New York Urban Coalition, Columbia University, New York University, and others.
We're apt to overlook the positive forces in our society. It is true that as you look at the television screen, or you listen to the radio, or you read the newspapers and the magazines, that most of the things pertaining to the young has to do with the negative aspects of the young. The drug addiction that many of our young people are now addicted to, we have to realize that they are the products of a society that has brought this kind of situation about. And we read about the people who are robbing and burglarizing and mugging, and we never hear, or very seldom hear, anything about the young people who are most positive in this society. The young people who are seated around the walls of this hall this evening. Young people who, in spite of what is going on about them, are attempting to hold their own and to make a contribution. I firmly believe that if change is going to come about in America, the kind of change that will help to eradicate the inherent racism in the bloodstream of this nation, that change is going to have to come initiated primarily by the young people in this country, another new kind of generation who are not hooked into the system in terms of being afraid to move out and bring about the realization of the American dream that everyone speaks about. I firmly believe that the change in America is going to come about primarily from the young. So therefore it's going to be up to the young people, the college-trained young people, the high school-trained young people, to come together on the leadership that will give them a sense of direction so they can draw up the kind of proposals that are necessary to help us solve some of the problems. And I'm very, very proud to stand here before you this afternoon and to really say to you, Dolores, and to the beautiful young people in your organization, the road is rough, the path is tough, but stick to it, fight on, and you will overcome. I pledge to you whatever support I can continue to give you, Dolores, even in my very busy schedule. I thank you.
For the future of New Future Foundation, I could vision that New Future Foundation become a world project and a national project, because we're concerned about bringing people together from various ethnic and cultural backgrounds throughout the world for a common goal. And this is New Future Foundation aim, is to bring people together that they can share their resources and their talents and abilities with one another. And I feel if we can accomplish this, then we have reached our goal in New Future Foundation. Being a nun for 10 years, where I was involved with the lives of many people from all walks of life, has something to do with my growing. And they made me the person that I am, letting me be me. And I feel that if New Future Foundation can let the young fulfill themselves and develop their potentials to the fullness, we have given a great contribution to our society. We are aware of two crucial problems within our society. One happens to be drug addiction. I feel through a creative, constructive, and positive program, we can solve this problem by giving the young people the sense of responsibility and making them aware of their sense of responsibility for themselves and for others. Then the racial issue is another issue within our society. It happens to be crucial. By bringing people from different ethnic backgrounds together, we can overcome this problem through the spirit of the people and the wanting to share our cultures in order to enrich a better society and to enrich a better world. This is New Future Foundation goal and objective for the good of the whole of humanity. And this is what I would like to leave as a future for New Future Foundation growth and development.
We can be better friends, I'm certain. So pull back your curtain and give me your hand. Together we'll find our own true calling.